Everything you need or need to know is in those envelopes. Do not open these envelopes until you have left the office.
I started opening it before I heard the rest. Do you mind if I borrow a piece of tape?
It was hard on us because it's, we're playing two guys who are going at it the whole film. We're all bruised up and we get no sleep and we don't know what's going on. And, making a film in New York and LA for such little money and, my first time directing, there was a lot of that too. There was a lot of that sort of insomnia, not enough sleep, confusion, and me and him going at it, and the cameras were off too. So whatever character you're playing tends to feed your personal life and vice versa. So it was it was a tough shoot for both of us, I think.
Well, that's one way to handle people.
Look, we're here representing Max. Let's just keep our mouths closed and not make any mistakes.
John gave me my first role, wrote it for me, and then a lot of people probably would have not had me play it, only in that it would have been easier to get the movie made if you had a name in it, and that's just not John's style. He's very special and he doesn't look at things in that way. And sort of what your first question was, there was pressure to say, well, you got to get the movie made, and he just doesn't even think that way. He thinks much more in the way of, hey, this is what I think is a fun, cool thing to do. Let's do this, and everything else is just sort of results of that, I guess.
How are you, champ? You good, all-star? Yeah, that's my man right there. Listen, ladies.
Actually, it was scarier for me because I was worried that, I know how to throw movie punches. I was afraid he wouldn't know how to throw movie punches, and he'd knock me on my ass. But in fact, the only person who got popped, he got popped in the forehead once by me after a clinch by accident. But it's in the movie, so it all worked out.
Nothing surprised me about John's directing. I mean, you got to understand, he wasn't a writer, and he said, I'm writing a screenplay. 2 weeks later, he wrote Swingers, and I was blown away by it, just in how original it was, how it followed sort of traditional plot structure, but it didn't, But it worked, and it was such a, he's very bright, very funny. And the same with directing. It just seemed like a natural progression for him. He's very special, Faz, very talented. And as far as a friendship, I'm happy for him.
I want you to take it back to the business class. I want you to round up a couple honeys. At our hotel room, we're going to have kind of a pool party. Like a California gangster style, you know what I mean? Kick-ass pool party thing.
I didn't know that this guy was going to want to do a small, independent comedy playing a supporting role. It was very strange to me to get that phone call. But he was very adamant about wanting to be taken seriously, wanting to prove himself like anybody else. And we took a shot. And he was very well cast, and he did a great job. And now he's, his acting career is off and running.
That's it? This is Max's Calvary? 2 broke roll-up guineas from LA.
Like, I had written in a script that Grandmaster Flash was DJing in one of the scenes, and, Sean's people made some phone calls. Next thing I know, Grandmaster Flash is there in the background behind the turntable. It was a lot of fun. I mean, it was really cool to see what kind of things you could accomplish with a friend like Sean.
Go down!